Hello, in this video you will learn how to create effective presentations for adult learners. Andragogy is the method and practice of teaching adult learners, which is different from pedagogy, the method and practice of teaching children. Malcolm Knowles, an important figure in the field of adult education, developed the theory of andragogy based on 5 key assumptions about the characteristics of adult learners. First is self-concept. As people mature, they move from being dependent learners to being more self-directed. 2. Experience. Adults have a vast array of experiences that they bring to the learning environment, which can be a rich resource for learning. 3. Readiness to learn. Adult learners are often ready to learn things that they feel they need to know in order to cope effectively with real-life situations. 4. Orientation to learning. Adults are more problem-centered than content-oriented in their learning. They prefer to learn things that have immediate relevance to their job or personal life. 5 is motivation to learn. While adults respond to external motivators such as better jobs or promotions, they are mostly driven by internal motivators such as self-esteem, quality of life, and personal satisfaction. But why should we apply these principles to our presentations? Incorporating andragogical principles into professional development programs ensures that they are tailored to the unique needs of adult learners. This approach makes professional development more relevant, engaging, and practical for educators and thereby more effective. By addressing the specific challenges and interests of teachers, we can and do encourage a culture of continuous improvement and professional growth. This, in turn, leads to enhanced teaching practices and better learning experiences for students. Embracing these principles in our professional development not only benefits educators, but also has a profound impact on the overall quality of education. So here is an overall rationale for applying these principles. Relevance and practicality. Adults need to see the immediate applicability of what they are learning to their work or personal lives. Andragogical principles ensure that training is relevant and practical. 2. Leveraging experience. Adults bring a wealth of experience to the learning process, which can be tapped into and used to enrich the learning experience for everyone. Self-directed learning. By allowing adults to take responsibility for their own learning, professional development can be more engaging and effective. Motivation. Understanding that adults are primarily motivated by internal factors helps in designing professional development programs that truly resonate with them. Problem-centered learning. Since adults are more focused on solving problems than simply acquiring knowledge, professional development should be designed to address real-world issues that they face. But now that we know why we should use these concepts to improve our professional development presentations, how do we best incorporate them? Here are some best practices for creating and delivering effective presentations to adult learners. 1. Know your audience. Understand their backgrounds, their experiences, and needs. Tailor your presentation to address these factors. 2. Interactive learning. Incorporate discussions, group activities, and hands-on experiences in order to engage learners actively. Relevance and application is 3rd. Ensure the content is relevant to their work or personal life and includes practical applications. Last, have clear objectives. State clear, concise objectives at the beginning to provide a roadmap of what will be covered. And an extra tip, give feedback and reflection. Allow time for feedback and reflection, helping learners to internalize and apply what they have learned. We can also ensure that we are reaching more diverse audiences by addressing any cultural, ethnic, and gender biases. Biases, whether cultural, ethnic, or gender-based, can significantly affect the effectiveness of your presentation. This is because they can create barriers to learning, cause misunderstandings, and make some participants feel excluded or undervalued. Here are some strategies to reduce or eliminate bias in your presentations. First, cultural competence. Develop an understanding of the diverse cultural backgrounds of your audience. This helps in making the presentation more inclusive and respectful of different perspectives. Use inclusive language. Use inclusive language that is neutral and inclusive. Avoid stereotypes and assumptions about any group. 3. Diverse examples and case studies. Include examples and case studies from a variety of cultures, ethnicities, and genders to ensure representation. 4. Solicit input. Encourage input and feedback from participants about how to make the content more inclusive. 5 is self-reflection. Continuously reflect on your own biases and how they may affect your presentation. Seek out training and resources to improve your cultural competence. By incorporating all these strategies, presenters can create a more inclusive and effective learning environment that respects and values the diverse backgrounds of all adult learners. Overall, utilizing Knowles' andragogy principles and equity-based practices, this will result in your presentations being enjoyed and accepted by all who experience them.